Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Caitlin from Katelyn'S Plans, and today I'm going to be doing my catch-all spread for the week of October 17th through 23rd. And there's two things going on this week that I am particularly excited for. The first of which is my boyfriend's birthday is on Monday, and the second of which is that Taylor Swift is releasing her new album Midnights on Friday. I'm going to do a birthday spread elsewhere. I'm thinking in my daily planner. I don't have a lot of birthday stickers that I really wanted to use, and my boyfriend was like, yeah, I don't really have a preference on if you want to do a planner spread or not, because I'm like, what do you want for your birthday planner spread? And he's like, yeah, I don't care, whatever you want. So I'm just going to do it in the daily with some birthday stickers that I did end up finding, but for this one I had stickers that I specifically made for this week. So I'm going to be using this sheet from my shop that is called Midnight, and they're kind of themed around the album. You could use them for New Year's if you were wanting to use them for that, but if you're a real big Taylor Swift fan like I am, they are for the Midnights album released this week. So I have this sheet. They're fun watercolory blue with silver faux glitter stars. So I want to use that. I also printed out the album covers. So there's 4 different album covers for this. And the thing about the albums is that in real life, when they're records, they all have part of a clock on the back, so you could flip them over and turn them into a clock if you wanted to hang them on your wall. But I decided to print them out as little photographs, kind of like I did for my homecoming spread, so that I could kind of mix and match them in here. So I have the 4 different album covers that all have the different cover art, and then I want to play up the blue tones that are in this and kind of add some abstract stuff in there. So I grabbed Funky Abstracts, which is blue and abstract. There's little splatter paints. There's some things like this that I was kind of thinking the silver might be good with the faux silver stars. We got these black shapes. They could be fun to layer in there just to make some clusters. I like the silver splatter as well. So I'm going to be using this book to kind of pair in abstract elements. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this off the discs and we will get started. So I think the obvious place to start for this Midnights themed spread is on Friday for the album release. And I'm going to take some of these abstract shapes as my first layer. They're on clear, so I want them to be the bottom of the layering. That way I can put the paper stickers on top of it and the different album cover arts. So this is the first one that was announced, and it's probably my favorite of the 4. So I think I want this one on Friday. So I'm thinking kind of that, just to get an idea of where the layering is going to go. And then I'm going to pair in maybe a quote from my own sticker shop. Meet me at midnight is kind of what I'm thinking. I don't actually know what time the album is being released at. I hope it's not midnight. I took the day off of work. I know how ridiculous that sounds, but with the Advent pre-order closing that day and the album being released, and I just want a little bit of time to recoup after the week, I felt this might be a good day to take off. So I'm adding in lots of different fun shapes to form this cluster, and I'm just kind of vaguely thinking that's where the album art is going to go. I do want some more blue shapes, and there's a few pages of abstract shapes in here as the title suggests. I think it's a really fun sticker book. Maybe not the swooshes. I feel that's a little too much compared to everything else, but these ones, not as blue as I want. I just want little blue shapes. And I could use paper stickers if I wanted to. These full boxes are really fun, but I think I want to stick with more organic forms for this. More blue swooshes. If only there were tinier ones. I guess we're back to square one here. I'll use some of these kind of brush strokey shapes. So this one can go there. And then this one that's maybe more of a green blue, I'm going to stay away from actually. And then I'll take this one to go right behind where this corner is gonna fall. So I've got this kind of weird arrangement of shapes, but it'll make sense once the album art is in place. She has been slowly releasing all of the track names on TikTok in a series that she's been calling Midnight's Mayhem, and I've been tuning in. All the track names are released at this point, but the album covers still kind of reflect that mystery track list, so it just says track 1 through 13. It's interesting that the titles are on the front of the album this time, because she's never done that before. I think they're really cool album artworks. And then we're gonna do Meet Me at Midnight. And I was thinking it would like overlap like right here, but the like silver rainbow is right there. Like this isn't bad, but I don't want it to like intersect her face. I think I'm just gonna cover up the silver rainbow. I'll let a little bit show through. So Meet Me at Midnight, this is the Taylor Swift album release cluster. And then I do want like a more functional box in here to mark that. I like this shape, it's kind of fun. I'm gonna use boxes out of this sticker book for this spread. And I like want it here, but it looks like it's on Thursday if I do that. But there's not really a good way of putting it on Friday unless I like angle like that, and I could do like some more abstract shapes, or I could add in some of the like faux glitter stars. That might not be bad. Could add like one into that cluster. Yeah, I think that looks good. So I'm thinking like maybe a full box in the bottom for the end of the Advent calendar pre-order. So they will be available through this Friday, the end of this Friday. If you're interested in ordering my sticker Advent calendar, it comes with 12 individually wrapped sticker sheets. So they're all in little envelopes that are sealed, and you can open up one a day for 12 days straight, or you can open them up all at once if you're someone who can't wait. But they're all exclusive designs to the calendar. I've been working hard on them and I cannot wait to share. They're gonna ship out on November 1st if you order during the pre-order period. And you can use a coupon during the pre-order period to save 15%, so you could use a rep code then. And if you pre-order your Advent calendar, there's gonna be an extra surprise in there that will only come with the pre-order physical Advent calendars. Starting on November 1st, you can order a digital one, but there's going to be an extra surprise in any of those pre-order physical calendars. This is my very first Advent calendar, so I'm very excited to share. I've never done it before. I think that was implied by saying this is my very first Advent calendar, but I'm just very excited. So I'm going to pair in a few other little like thingamabobs. You can do some of these like weird kind of floral, organic, like shapes just over there. I think that is a beautiful cluster. I am very thrilled with that. And then I want to grab a box to mark that the Advent calendar pre-order closes. So I could do like one that says today. This one isn't bad. I don't know if I need like a full box, because if I do this, I could layer it like kind of like that. It's not what I usually do, you know, because I normally have them like very like straight and in the lines of the boxes. So I wanted to do something different, especially when I'm working with all of these like organic forms. And then I can add in like maybe the clock. And I was really paying attention to the details here. There are 13 stars on the clock. If you're a Taylor Swift fan, you know that that's like the magic number. So 13 stars on the clock, 13 stars above the city over here. I put a lot of thought into this. I'm just very excited for this album to release. So this is my like mega Taylor Swift cluster over here on Friday. And now I gotta decide what I'm doing with the rest of the week, because I do have 3 more album covers to play around with on this side. And I do need to leave some room for like the plans that we have for Nick's birthday. I'm gonna be cooking. I offered to cook. What a treat. You get my awful cooking. Although I'm making something that I've made a few times before, because I didn't want to be like, yep, we're just going to go with a new recipe. I'm not super confident in my cooking abilities. And you can probably tell that a little bit, but I'm going to be making a chicken Parmesan. Cooking with raw meat stresses me out a little bit, but I have cooked this before, so I know how to use a meat thermometer. I think it will go fine. He normally does most of the cooking around here, unless we're making like, I can make pasta. I know how to make pasta from a box. That's kind of the end of it. I know how to make some frozen things. Trying to get the backer off of this Midnight's cover. And I'm gonna place this one on top of that black shape, and then I'm gonna layer one of the silver rainbows on top of it. I feel like the metallic will look really cool on top of the photograph. I don't want to like block her out too much, but I can just like put that there. I'm sure the foil probably is giving like all sorts of weird glare on camera. So apologies for that. I like the little speckly splatter. We could do that like over here, and I can even layer it on top of like the black shape as well because it'll show up on top of that. I don't want to use that blue one. I'm pretty happy with that like kind of thing together. And then I could do Sleepless Nights and Bright Lights. And that's just going to cluster in with that grouping. And I'd like maybe one more star over here. So this one's going to go over in that corner. And I think that's a pretty good cluster. It's nowhere near as large as this, but that's just going to be its own thing. So I'm going to do like maybe one more up here. Could do like the two together. That'd be pretty cool. Then I'd have like 3 on this side and 1 on this side. Because I feel like maybe 2 and 2 would be a little weirdly balanced. If I place these here, we can do like a stripey, like tiger stripes kind of thing underneath them. Beyond like Nick's birthday and the Taylor Swift release and my Advent pre-order ending, I think the only other plans for this week are I have a couple of work shifts, just kind of short little work shifts. I have a meeting with my advisor, I'm pretty sure. Nothing too big other than that. I do have the weekend off, which is kind of rare because, you know, when you work retail, they always want you on weekends. And that's fine with me because I never really have much going on the weekend anyway. And they do try to, like, give you one of the days off. Like, so if I'm working Saturday, then I normally get Sunday off. And if I'm working Sunday, I normally get Saturday off. It's just kind of like a rotation kind of thing. But I've got all of the weekend off. And then I requested Friday off so that I can deal with like advent calendar stuff, and I can deal with like the album being released. You got to deal with that. So it's going to be like 3 days off, and I'm kind of excited for it. I don't know what exactly I want to do. Maybe I'll see my sister. She is back permanently in Chicago, so I'm excited to see her and spend some more time with her now that she's kind of moved back after her job training. Gonna put this one right here. It overlapped the punch a little bit, but I think it should be fine to like just repunch that one. I'm gonna grab When the Clock Strikes 12, and I'm gonna layer this kind of onto Monday because when the clock strikes 12, it's Nick's birthday. So we're gonna put that one in this cluster, kind of as a nod to that, but also to expand this cluster kind of across the top. I think that looks kind of cool. I want to make sure the little city gets in there. And I was like thinking it might work well there, but I'm just not sure. It's a kind of sizable sticker, but like I like want it like right there. I need to look at this as a whole because maybe it needs to like go into my mega cluster. Yeah, that's a lot. And I feel like this is kind of lacking on the blue. So I'll peel up the organic shapes that I had just placed because they're going to get completely covered. So I'd like to be able to use them elsewhere. And I'll tuck that back into place. Sorry for no catch-all video last week. I thought I was recording and I guess I just like didn't hit the button. So I sat here and talked to myself while I filmed the whole video and then realized, nope, nothing recorded. So that was a little disappointing. I will post them kind of after the pen photo. I'm just like not completely done with the week, so I don't want to show you now because it's like Monday and Tuesday are filled in and then the rest of it really isn't. So I want to show you like when it's finally done, but I went for like more of like a dark academia kind of style. It's like very junk journal-y. So this is kind of the sad half of the week that's like not completely filled in yet. And then I have 2 stickers left on my midnight sheet. So I'm going to take this disco ball, which I didn't realize how hard it would be to draw like a disco ball. It took me so long to get this. I've tried it before. I struggled. Then I tried this. I think it looks fine. I'm actually very happy with the way it turned out, but it took too long to figure out how to draw a disco ball. So that's going to go in this cluster. I've got one more faux glitter star, and I think this cluster is kind of lacking them on this side. So I'll put that right over there. nice and layered over the cover art. And I think this is where I'm at right now. So now I'm gonna do the more like functional stuff. So to kind of offset this fun shape that I have on that side, I wanna find the other one that I kind of passed over. Or I could do like this one. This is a little much. I think I'm gonna go with like the navy with the fun patterning. It's just kind of like a delicate pattern in the background. Silver lines on that though, really fun. And this one is gonna mark Nick's birthday over here on Monday. And I think it's fun to have the city skyline kind of with the birthday sticker because he's from New York City. So it worked out well to have New York City and When the Clock Strikes 12 over by his birthday. So we can consider it a birthday spread, even though the Taylor Swift is really for me. So I've got that set up, and then I need some just like regular, like functional stuff. This is very important. I'm going to use that for the meeting that I have on Tuesday. And then for like work shifts, I just need like something kind of small. I saw some functional boxes in here I thought would work well. Just right here, plain little navy boxes. So on Tuesday, I start the morning with that meeting. And I'm like, could do like right here. I know it's kind of weird placement. So maybe I could peel up Sleepless Nights and Bright Lights and kind of slip it here underneath these stars. Or I could even cut the stars so that the box could like sit a little bit lower in the column, which I think might be my best bet. So I'm just gonna gently cut them. Normally I would do this with an X-Acto knife, but I just don't want to go find it. So we're gonna do like a little bit of a hack job there. And now I'm Katelyn's sticker hands once again. This box is gonna go like here. Work shift I've got on Tuesday is gonna layer over it. I think that's still gonna be enough room to write that meeting in there. And now I have 3 more stars that I could add to any cluster of my choosing, but I think it's just gonna go back into the same cluster, like right in that gap between the disco ball and this like larger organic shape. I think it kind of rounds it out a bit better to have like the 3 points. So this is really cute. I'm very excited about this. I ordered a t-shirt from her like official merch drop, and it's this album cover kind of in black and white, and then it has like all the album info on it. Some of the merch for this I was like not super into, but I liked that one t-shirt, so I got one. And, you know, I shouldn't be spending money on, like, concert t-shirts right now. I'm not going to be able to go to the stadium tour. They're supposed to announce a stadium tour at some point, but I don't think I'm going to be able to afford those tickets. So I'm like, okay, I can get one t-shirt. I have a few Taylor Swift t-shirts already, but I don't think I'm going to be able to, like, go and get, like, an actual, like, tour t-shirt because I'm not going to be at the tour. And I would feel weird wearing it if I, like, hadn't gone to the, like, concert, you know? So Wednesday, I've got work, so I'm gonna like maybe angle it like in here, or should I just do it like down here at the bottom? Looks a little sad down here at the bottom, but I think that's what I want to do. So I can have like some empty space right up above it. And then Thursday I've got work, so I'm gonna take one more of these boxes, and for this I'm gonna angle it up at the top of Thursday just so it's not like matching with like the Wednesday one I've got. No plans on the weekend, so that's all I've got like functional wise. If I need to add in like to-do lists or checklists or anything, there are some cute little like page flags in this sticker book, so like these might be good to write in like single tasks or something like that. And now I think the last thing I want to do is look for that like silver splattery paint because I want to layer some of that in there. I'm going to start with these smaller clusters that I have on this one sheet. Wouldn't it be nice to like finish an entire sticker sheet out of one of these newer books? The backing is coming up with it, so I got to be careful. Here we go. This is one of the ones that I got in my most recent Happy Planner order, although I would say the most like used one that I have from that order is probably Essential Seasons. I've been using all of the fall stickers out of Essential Seasons because they're just so cute. Which kind of surprises me that I haven't even touched Cozy Critters yet because that was like my favorite, but I'm just like wanting to do all of these Halloween and like fall spreads right now. So I feel like Cozy Critters can kind of wait and be used at any point during the year. Right now it's time sensitive because we got to do all the seasonal stuff. But I'm going to feel the same way in winter where it's like I only get so many months of winter and I want to do like all of the winter spreads. And then, you know, spring and summer are like probably my least favorite 2 seasons. So I don't feel as much pressure to do seasonal stuff then. So like that's kind of when I just do like all the fun stuff. But fall and winter are like definitely my seasonal seasons. Let me know in the comments if you feel the same way. Do you have like a certain like season that you're like, that is my like season that I'm going to do all seasonal spreads for? For me, it's definitely fall because, you know, gotta love fall. I'm kind of basic like that. I got my Taylor Swift, I got my fall. I don't drink pumpkin spice lattes, but only because I don't drink coffee. I would probably like the pumpkin spice part of that. So I added in a few little extra silver elements. I've got one more rainbow, but I think it's going to be overkill if I do one more rainbow. And I don't know, do I need the splatter? This cluster didn't really get much of it, so I'll do like 1 or 2 little touches, kind of like filling in some of those gaps. And there are some smaller pieces of it on this sheet. It's not all like huge clusters of it. And this is something that you can layer over like the other clear stickers. I think it looks really cool to have the metallics on top of the more matte color palette. So I am a fan. And I'm really pleased with how well the colors in this ended up matching my own stickers. I think that like it looks like they're meant to be together in these clusters. So many fun colors of blue. I just stood up to look at it and it looks a little scattered, so I think I need to give it like some sense of structure. So with these boxes that I'm using for work, I think I'm gonna put these ones a little bit more straight on. These are newer Happy Planner stickers, so the quality is just like a little bit less than what it used to be. They are probably going to tear on me at some point if I keep moving them around. But I think I can do a quick readjustment on these boxes just to give some illusion that I have it together, you know. So if I straighten these guys up, I think it'll help just provide a little bit like less like sticker vomit. Like I know that's an awful phrase, but that's kind of how I feel when I just like throw stickers at the pages and like just let them be. So we're going to give it a little bit more order. And this one on Thursday, I just need to like make sure it's centered, but I'm having a hard time seeing with my hand there. No, that looked pretty good actually. So I think that helped. And if I do like boxes on Sunday or Saturday, I can do like straight boxes too. It's just the ones in the like mega clusters that I wanted to be like more angled. Should I do this one straight? Yeah, I feel like I should do the This Is Very Important straight as well. I definitely think that helped. It's like the fun things are like, they're fun boxes, they're at angles, and then the not so fun things are a little bit more serious. So I like that. I do think I want to do a little something down here on Sunday just to like kind of fill in this space. So I'm not sure what my Sunday plans are going to be just yet, but I'm going to just put a box in there for that. Could do one of these today ones, but it's so close to that. This is important. I don't know if it's going to be important. I'm going to do this one that just doesn't have a title, and I think it'll match the color palette of my city really well. So I'm going to put this one here, and then I want like maybe an abstract element to kind of cut underneath it. So I'm not going to stick it down all the way. I'm just kind of putting it there for placement's sake, and then we can layer underneath it. If you've been around on the channel for a while, you probably know that I am not a fan of silver, but in this instance, I think it's very appropriate for the theme I'm going with. So I'm going to use up all my silver stickers for this. I'm a little surprised I didn't take the opportunity to use all of my silver colorful boxes because I have like so many of them at this point. And Jen from Chappy Plans was nice enough to send me like all of the gold boxes that she hasn't used. She sent me like a whole big envelope of them, and I am so thankful for her. She's an amazing friend. But I know some people are like foil adverse. I love gold foil. So she sent me all the gold foil boxes. I know they're hard to take pictures of, but they make me really happy, so I'm just going to keep planning with them. Just kind of clustering that in a little bit. I've got like one leftover piece of something, so it's going to stick up from the top of this box to kind of fill in the hole that was there in the middle of my cluster. And it provides a little continuity, like some things are overlapped and it kind of provides like a through line through the cluster rather than like just kind of nestling them into each other. So I liked that. This might need a little silver though. I want some of those like organic-y little seed type shapes. Let me see if I can find more of them. And there's also rose gold in this book, but there's not rose gold anywhere else other than that one page. Although I would say that like the page of swooshes is probably like a really cool like page you can mix and match with like any sticker book. So it's not bad that they're rose gold. It's just a little like confusing, I suppose. Like, why rose gold? Why that one sheet? Well, I guess these quotes are rose gold too. So maybe it works in that way. If you wanted to combine the quotes with like some swooshes, you could do that. Where are the little silver pod things? Did I use them all? I think I just have the black ones left. So I could steal one from another area of the spread and then replace it with the black one. So I'm going to take this silver one. There's already enough silver over here with my little rainbow, so I'll take this and we'll just kind of poke it in from the side. And then I will take the exact same one, but in black. Oh no, the backer's coming up with it too. So, same little shape, but in black. And it's just gonna like go back into the same spot. I think that added a nice little silver foiled element over here into this cluster, and I'm feeling really happy with this. Loving the way it turned out. I'm tempted to like take a gray blue mild liner and just do like a little bar through the top of all those numbers up there to like add a little extra something. Even just like regular gray might do the job. So this is my super old gray mild liner that I say I'm going to toss out every single time I use it in a video because it's like almost dried up. But it's really faint, so it's nice in some ways. And I'm going to use it to just do a little dash through all of the numbers. Sometimes I think this just adds a little bit of extra something to bring the pages together. You know, I have a really neutral planner here. There's not a whole lot going on. So sometimes I just want to add a little bit of decoration to the pages themselves. So I'll do like this. And you could do this in any color. Doesn't have to be a mild liner, but I think it looks cool to have something that goes from top to bottom. The quote that's already here on the page is actually a really good one, and I wish I had seen this when I was planning out my Thanksgiving quote sticker sheet because this would have been great for that quote sticker sheet. Never let the things you want make you forget the things you already have. I think that's so nice. So I'm going to go ahead and punch whatever overlapped over here and then pop it back on the discs, and I think I'm done. It's a little busy, but you know I'm a little busy, so I like it. All right, so it's all set up on the discs, but I'm an idiot and forgot one important thing that I probably should have included earlier on in this video. But my sticker release is actually happening on Monday the 17th at 1 p.m. Central Time. I had to bump it back, and that's why it wasn't on my rough pre-planned list. So my sticker release is going to be on Monday, so I got to figure out a way to put an extra box in here. I think if I mirror what I did on Friday with the today over the rectangle, that would make the most visual sense. So I'm going to find one of those today boxes for that. I have 15 new sheets coming to the shop. The design reveal is already live, went live yesterday. So if you're interested in seeing all the new designs I came up with, you can check that video out on my channel. I am so proud of how everything turned out. I have a lot of little animal stickers. It's very fall. Someone commented on it it reminds me of fall in Michigan because I have the Michigan apple blossoms and I've got some fish and I've got all the different fall things. And I can see that. It is very much my experience of Midwestern fall. So the release kind of calls to me in that way. All right, the video cut out, but it cut out at an okay spot. So I had just finished placing this box over here for the sticker release that I had forgotten. Whoops, forgot about that. Also realized I forgot about a podcast recording on Friday. It is like a fun thing, but I wanted to put it a little straighter just so it would match the rest of the navy blue boxes in that color. But I wanted to put it there. There wasn't a whole lot of room, and the boxes that I had in this size, I didn't have any larger ones that were in that same color, and I wanted something in that same color. So I took 2 of them and I cut here. I even stuck the scraps back in the book. So I cut the top line off of one and the bottom line off of the other one, and I put them together to make a larger box. Yes, there's a little bit of a seam that runs through it, but I think it matches and I like that better. So I put the podcast recording in here. If you're interested in hearing Em and I talk about planner stuff, we are over on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and wherever you listen to your podcasts under Professionally Planned with Katelyn and Em. There's a link down below if you're interested in hearing us talk some more. So put that box there. I think I'm set on all the commitments now. If I forget anything else, I'll just add boxes in as the week goes on, because you see, I am very forgetful of what my schedule actually looks like. I'm not sure if this was before or after the video cut off, but I also took a mild liner and just kind of added a little color up there. But I think I'm at a good spot now. This is where it needs to be. This is going to be brunch. I'm going to make that brunch. I don't know if I have anyone to go to brunch with, but I'm going to go to brunch on Sunday. So here it is, my completed Taylor Swift's Midnights catch-all spread, and Nick's birthday, which is kind of in there. So I'm excited with the way this one turned out. I love using my own stickers in these creative ways, combined with all sorts of other things. And I think they just blended so seamlessly into this. I'm very surprised by how well the colors all worked together. But this is Midnights, Katelyn's version. I'm sorry if you're not a huge Taylor Swift person and you had to listen to me talk about her for this entire video, but I'm just so excited for Friday. I think it's going to be a really good week, so fingers crossed that everything goes very smoothly. Hope the cooking goes well on Monday, because I don't make big fully thought out meals very often, but I'm excited. So this is what it's going to be. I think I'm just going to plan it using black pen. I normally just use black pen. I did pick up a set of these Papermate Flair pens in fun candy colors, and this mustard yellow is just so fun. I don't want to use it in this spread, but I eventually want to use it in the catch-all to do a pop of color. So this is what I've got for my catch-all. I was very upset when the video cut off because I'm oh no, not a repeat of last week, but it saved all my progress, thankfully. So there you have it. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun planner-related content, and follow me over on Instagram at Katelyn Plans, where I share after the pen photos, as well as photos of spreads that did not get videos. Thanks for watching, and happy planning!